This is a video by Richmond. Today we're working on a GM 3100 six-cylinder engine, and what we're doing today is we are replacing the ECT, the engine coolant temp sensor. Now the first thing we need to do is make sure that the engine is cold. Now if you want to, you can drain a little bit of coolant out of the engine, but you're not going to spill that much, and if you're not concerned about that, what you can do is you can loosen the pressure tank cap right here, take it off, relieve any pressure that is in the system like that, and now put it back on. Now when we take out the sensor, there will be very little coolant that will come out because we'll have relieved any pressure that's in there. That's the way I'm going to do it. If you're concerned about the coolant coming down the side of the engine, well then drain some out of the radiator. Now here is the engine coolant temp sensor right here. If you follow your top radiator hose right here, and it'll bring you right to it. You'll see two wires that will go to it. Now we have to first remove our electrical connector. It's in a tight spot, so you'll have to work at it a little bit. There's our connector all off. Now, to remove that sensor, you'll need a deep well 19mm socket. And this is where, if you didn't drain any coolant out, you will see some come out. Make sure you don't drop it. Okay, there's the old one right there. Now before you put your new one on, put some Teflon tape on the threads. It won't hurt. If you don't want to use the Teflon tape, you can use some special pipe compound on it. Now what I've done on this deep well socket is I've put stuffed a paper towel in there so the sensor won't go back in. So then I'll go down, be careful you don't cross thread it. And I'm only doing it by hand. Okay, she started. Now this is a pipe thread, so it's not like a regular thread. You don't want to over tighten it. There we go. See the socket? You might even want to put some tape on there so it doesn't fall off. Now let's put our electrical connector on there. There we go. She's all in. Now all we have to do is make sure that our coolant is topped off for any. Now we want a wobbler extension because this is a very tight spot, and put some tape on the socket because you want to grab a hold of that sensor and not have it fall off. Alright, now next thing we need to do is to rotate this throttle assembly wide open like that, and that will give us a little space to go down in there. Okay, here she comes. Be very careful. There we go. We got it without dropping it. It's going to be a little tricky putting it in, but either that or take the throttle body off. Now, if you happen to have a 3.5 liter, the procedure is basically the same. It's just that the location is different. Here is where the sensor is on the 3.5. It's down here. There it is, right there. They put it right in the cylinder head. So it's the same thing. Remove the connector like you just saw me do on the 3100. Remove the sensor. Just the location is different. Now here is a look at the sensor on the 3.5, and you can see that they don't use a pipe thread. They use a copper washer. So that's a little bit different compared to the 3100. And you're going to lose more coolant out of the cylinder head because it's lower, so you might want to drain more coolant out because you're going to lose more, so be aware of that. Now on this 2007 3.5, they've put the engine coolant temp sensor on the front bank cylinder head. The other one that I just showed you was on the 2004, was on the rear bank. So they're moving them around a bit. All there is to replacing a engine coolant temp sensor on your GM 6-cylinder.